Namaste. This is Chris Jovanovic over at Indiana Yoga Studio. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking about supported Gomukasana, the cow face pose. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I have a blanket close by and a strap and possibly a block. I love Gomukasana because it is an opener both for the hips and the shoulders at the same time. And energetically, it aligns the spine, it opens the shoulders, and allows the practitioner to not only open the shoulders, but also the lumbar region. The main thing to keep in mind is that the spine really does need to keep nice and extended. A lot of us tend to really want to fold forward once we get into the pose, and then when we lose the integrity of the lumbar's natural curve and start to hunched over, then those inner organs get squished, and then the prana, that life force, can't flow through quite as easily. Also, it inhibits the fresh oxygenated blood going into those organs. Since we're hopefully breathing throughout our yoga practice, we're bringing more oxygenated blood into those organs throughout the practice, and then towards the end, we wring those organs out in our twists. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate to you the Gomukasana on one side without any adaptations, and then I'll demonstrate the Gomukasana on the other side with the adaptations. So you can see and hear what the cueing sounds like, and where the breath should be and where the energy should be. Energy meaning rooting to rise. This affects a lot of the chakras. It aligns the chakras. It allows the vayus to come back into balance. The prana going up the spine, and the apana going down. And it's just a beautiful pose all around. So this is where we'll start off in Sukhasana, the easy seated posture. We're going to lift the left knee up and place the left foot onto the mat. And then we're just going to begin to draw the right heel to the outer edge of that left hip. And then draw the left heel to the outer edge of the right hip, so that the knees are as stacked as possible, maybe pressing into the feet, lifting up and back down. And I always let my classes know it's okay if that knee is way up here. You may be a runner, and so this is a really good pose to do. Sometimes I'll have them place a block in between the knees. This can be a nice variation, but we'll get to that on the opposite side. So from here, whatever you do on the bottom, and the same goes with Gomukasana or Garudasana, the eagle pose, wherever you place your top limb over, below is going to be the opposite above. So my left knee is on top. I'm trying to mirror you. So my right arm is going to go up and down my mid back. And then my right palm goes up. So I can't touch on this side because my right shoulder is bummed. So I'm going to go ahead and use my strap here, or I guess it would be your left, but it's my right. So I'm going to walk my hands as closely as possible, but not too much. If you try to walk your hands too close together too soon, it can really cause some impingement. Now, once you come up, the main thing is to try to lift that right elbow up. So you see how it was kind of forward. You want to lift it up. Ears are level with the shoulders. And maybe they're at their edge right here. Maybe they don't fold forward, and that's totally cool. But I let people know if they feel like they would like to explore folding forward, they can. They're going to feel that lumbar region curve once they hinge from the hip bones. And once they feel the loss of that curvature of the lumbar region with that left hand behind them, they're going to back up off of their fold. So if they come here and then they just fold forward like this, they're scrunching in too much. So you want to keep the heart lifted. Take in 5 to 6 breaths. And then on an inhale, you want to come out as slowly and mindfully as you did on the exhale or on going into the asana. So inhaling back up, we're going to exhale, gently release the hands of the strap. I like to do a few shoulder rolls to kind of get those loosened up. And I like to do a sit and spin motion to switch to the other side. So this is going clockwise for you guys, or maybe counterclockwise. For me, is going to be counterclockwise. So what you do is you go up onto the balls of your feet, and you're going to keep them right where they are. Lift yourself up with your fingertips and just spin on the balls of the feet all the way back towards the front of the mat, and then sit back down, and you'll have that opposite knee onto that bottom one. So this is just an easy and efficient way to get into this side. So again, if you feel more comfortable sitting on a folded blanket, people can do that, and that will be a little bit more easier on their hamstrings if their hamstrings are tight and if their hips are really tight. And again, they can use this block for in between the knees if that feels better to them. So from here, that left knee is up, so I'm going to, or that right knee is up, so I'm going to inhale the left arm up and place it in between the shoulder blades. Inhale, sweep that opposite arm up. See if you can hook the fingers. Now I can hook on the side, but again, if you need the strap, go ahead and demonstrate that for your students. Inhale, lift that top elbow up. Find that space in the muscle there. Lift the spine, and if it feels right for them, they can inhale, lift, and exhale, hinge from the hip bones with a flat back. Folding forward. And just taking in 5 to 6 deep breaths if they're first starting out. And then inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, releasing. The elbows are supposed to represent the cow's ears, and the knees are supposed to represent the cow's lips, hence why it's called Gomukasana, or the cow face pose. Again, if people have knee issues, you want to make sure that they're okay with doing this. If they don't feel comfortable doing this, and you have the ability to kind of give them individual instruction, after you cue your students into Gomukasana for the first side, you could go to that student, invite them to lie on their back, and just hang out on their back, and maybe do the four square with the ankle over the knee, and do a dead pigeon instead to get into the hips. They may not be able to get into the shoulders so much, but maybe you can show them the Anahata chakra, the Anahatasana, the puppy dog pose a little bit afterward to enable them to feel that out. So I hope this has been a learning experience for you. If you have any questions or comments, you can contact me directly or leave your question or comment below. Please subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much for joining us today. The light in me respects and honors the light in you. Namaste.